Hello, I'm Gwen Bonilla, and I'm the president of Touching Stories. And today we're going to demonstrate the story of the Little Red Hen. Now, the Little Red Hen is an interesting story for us. It's a folktale that most of you are probably familiar with, and it's the wordiest of our stories. It's one of the few stories that we have that actually has dialogue in it and characters, more than one. So you get to be part of the sensory experience by using different voices and different characterizations for the story. Assign different voices to Little Red Hen, the cow, the dog, and the pig, and then keep those consistent throughout. You'll see that the story is actually long enough that it doesn't fit on one page. So in this kit, your prep is a second page. You still have your prep that tells you the order of the stories, the order of the storyboards, how to prep each page, and then a reminder about some tips for an effective telling. So let's go ahead and get started with the story of the Little Red Hen. One of the things that you do as part of your prep, take this piece of burlap and fold it over your arm. Tuck this piece of trim in, because this is supposed to look like dirt. So just leave it there, just for a minute. You're going to use it pretty quickly. One day, Little Red Hen decided that she wanted some fresh bread. "Who will help me plant the wheat for my bread?" she asked. "Well, not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the cow. "Not I," said the pig. "Very well," said Little Red Hen, "then I shall do it myself." And so she did. And so she did. And she planted those seeds. She planted those seeds should be the phrase, even though it's not written in the story, in order to add sense to what they're doing in the story kit. At this point, you say she planted the seeds. Now this is fun. This is just some foam on a board with a slit in it. You make sure that you have your seeds lined up over the slit, and then just one by one, plant those seeds right into the ground. Now the wheat grew, and it grew, and it grew. And this is where you're going to use, start, have this hand extended, start with the wheat way down buried underneath. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew. Okay? Now this is not one that you have to do one-to-one. This can just be part of the general telling. You can just stand in the middle of the group and say that wheat grew and grew and grew. Now keep that there because you're going to need it again in just a minute. "Who will help me cut the wheat?" asked Little Red Hen. "Well, not I," said the dog. "Well, not I," said the cow. "Well, not I," said the pig. "Oh, very well," said Little Red Hen, "I shall cut the wheat myself." And so she did. And so you go around to each participant, and having them use the blade of their hand, help them cut the wheat. And it's a very simple, just let that wheat fall back. Don't let it hit the ground, but just let it fall back as though it's falling into the dirt. Cut the wheat. Cut the wheat. "Now who will help me grind the wheat for my bread?" asked Little Red Hen. "Well, not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the cow. "Not I," said the pig. "Oh, very well," said Little Red Hen, "then I shall do it myself." And so she did. So this is a very simple, just kind of and this is why we attach things to the board. Just kind of the idea of a metate, a roller and a tray. And just with one hand, or two hands if they want, your participants can roll that wheat. There's no actual grains of wheat in here. It's just to get the sense of the rolling. "Now, who will help me knead the dough for my bread?" asked Little Red Hen. "Not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the cow. "Well, not I," said the pig. "Oh, very well," said Little Red Hen. "I shall do it myself." And so she did. And she kneaded the dough. She kneaded the dough. This is fantastic. This is one of the few where we have people actually make a fist in order to accomplish the task. Help them make a fist and press their hands into that dough. Press their hands into that dough. Now this is incredibly soft and squishy and really tempting. And if people want to squeeze it, that's okay. And if people want to tug at it, that's okay. It's designed for all of that. Sometimes people want to lay heads on it. Sometimes people want to try tasting it. That's where you put a hand on a shoulder and just kind of gently keep control of that board. Again, always so important. Never let go of the board. If someone's in a wheelchair that has a tray on it, instead of trying to hold the board and help them, just put this right down on that tray so that they can explore, but still always keep a hand on the board. "And now who will help me bake my bread?" asked Little Red Hen. "Well, not I," said the dog. "Not I," said the cow. "Not I," said the pig. "Oh, very well, so I shall do it myself," said Little Red Hen. And so she did. And pretty soon the whole house filled with the smell of fresh baked bread. I don't know if you have a kit in front of you right now, but somehow through some kind of magic we were able to get the smell of fresh baked bread captured in this bottle. And it smells so good. So in order to avoid the temptation of a tongue coming out wanting to taste that delicious smell, make sure that you're keeping a hand on the shoulder, offer the scent at about 6 inches from the nose, and let them take a big whiff of that delicious fresh baked bread smell. And then the bread was done. And so you take it to each participant. This is a simple one. Everybody just gets to. Now, if you're holding onto the bell, it's not going to make a sound. If they're holding onto the bell, it's not going to make a sound. So hold the board and guide them to just tap that bell. And this is where the storytelling comes in, because we're done with the sensory experiences now, but our story's not done. And I think you all know how it ends. "Now who will help me eat my bread?" asked Little Red Hen. "Oh, I will," said the dog. "I will," said the cow. "I will," said the pig. Little Red Hen said, "You did not help me plant the wheat. You did not help me cut the wheat. You did not help me grind the wheat. You did not help me knead the dough or bake the bread. And so I think that I shall eat this bread all by myself." And so she did. And that's the story of Little Red Hen. This one does require more storytelling, and it might require you to take a little bit more risk in the storytelling arena than some of the other kits that we use. But it's such a fun story, and one of the great benefits of it is that the language is repeated over and over and over again with the same voices, the same words. This is an incredibly important, valuable tool in the acquisition of language. And so I would really recommend that you jump in and you try this one, because it is so much fun. As always, if you have questions, please feel free to contact me at gwen@touchingstories.org. Thank you.